Oh, it's not going to pick up where it left off. But anyway, I was actually in the middle of making a video for you guys. Oh! And then I lost my phone. And I'm driving, so... Oh, but I get to stop at a red light. So maybe I can reach my phone. I wonder if it's still filming and you guys can still hear me. It is still filming. And you guys can still hear me. I'm leaving it. I'm not going to edit that. Fuck it. That is what being a part of my channel is. Not editing. Except my shorts. Because it's so easy to get my thoughts together and come back. What is happening, mediocre people of YouTube? Yeah, I was actually making a video, and then I realized, what the fuck is this? And then I realized where I was at, and I thought I was going to get to be able to stop and see a loved one, but they weren't there. Oh man, my balls are sticking to my fucking legs. My cock's sticking to my fucking balls. Guy things, you know, guy troubles in the summer when it's fucking 100 degrees out and humid as fuck. Oh man, this is really starting to suck. This actually, I might have to start this video over again because this is really getting to be a pain in the ass. And I'm driving, and in Michigan, if they even see you touch your phone and you're on the road in Michigan, you are fucking getting a ticket for distracted driving, no question about it. You're going down for distracted driving in the state of Michigan, even if they even see you touch your phone. So it has to be 100% hands-free in the state of Michigan. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about, hands-free driving and all that. Hands-free masturbation. I guess that would be called sex. Doing it. Anyway, what I'm here to talk about is the events of the last 48 hours or so, whatever it's been, since there was an attempt on President Trump's life. Hey, we talked about this. We talked about, hey, don't be surprised if there's some kind of security breach and he's dead. Which there was a security breach not long ago, but I don't remember, he might have even been in Michigan, I'm not sure. But there was some type of security breach, but they, I don't remember what it was. But anyway, this last thing, man, they tried to kill him. They tried to shoot him. And when I say they, you know who you are. Crazy thing about this whole thing. And here's what the left has not figured out. All you fucking idiots on the left, this is what you guys have not figured out yet. The reason they're trying to kill him is not because he's a Republican. They're not trying to kill him because he's a Democrat. They're not trying to kill him. They're trying to kill him because he's exposing the corruption and the bullshit that goes on in government. That's why they're trying to off him. Because all these senators and congressmen, they like being multimillionaires. They like insider trades where they can fucking throw a couple dollars at something and turn it into 5-10 million overnight. I would like that. And if it's up to Trump, he's going to stop all that shit. So, look, the fucking kid was pointing the guy out for 5 minutes. Hey man, telling the police, hey man, there's a dude on the roof over there. Pointing out the Secret Service, hey man, there's a dude crawling up the roof over there with a rifle. And everybody's just going, oh, what? Now the local police, they're fucking probably dumb enough where they probably were didn't know what was going on. But if you don't think the Secret Service knew what was going on, let me tell you something, man. 20, 30 years ago, had that happened, the Secret Service, that guy would have never even got onto the roof. He would have been taken down. He would have never even made it to the roof. So don't tell me this dude just that easily just crawled up and onto the roof. And man, we're in crazy times right now, man. We are in really, really crazy times. Because I fear, and I put that in the short the other day that I let out, you know, I fear that had Trump been killed, that people would have taken to the streets. I feared that even if Biden were killed, people would take to the streets. You know, Michael Savage wrote a book 10 years ago at least called Stop the Coming Civil War. And we're there right now. We are there right now. You've got people fighting with each other. They don't even know what they're fighting about. You ever notice that I don't lower myself to fighting with you ignorant bastards in the comment section? You ever notice that I don't fight with you ignorant leftists on other channels and everything else? Because I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of a successful, great United States. I'm not out here trying to kill people. I don't want us killing each other. And this is exactly what they want, is us killing each other. Now, honestly, I don't think that Trump wants that, but I think the Republican Party wants that. I think the Republican Party and the Democrat Party, this is exactly what they want. Because as long as we're not paying attention to what they're doing, and we're too busy fighting with each other and killing ourselves, they keep on getting away with what they're getting away with. Just like when they passed that bill in Congress that said, well, you know what? We're going to make it legal for people to get rich off of insider trading, only if you're a member of the Senate or Congress. Like, that bill got passed with like no resistance. I mean, there was almost no coverage in the media at all, you know? And it's because us, the working class, the middle class, the people who backbone of this country, we were too busy arguing with each other to pay attention to what they were doing. The Glass-Steagall Act repealed while we were too busy fighting with each other to figure out what the fuck was going on. You guys, you got to start paying attention. And you know, I know there's a lot of people who claim the Republicans. Most of these people who claim the Republicans, look, there's a lot of people that I talk to who are like, man, I never even paid attention to politics until Trump. And that's great. I'm glad they're excited about politics and they're excited about getting involved. But they should probably just shut the fuck up about things because they don't know what they're talking about. All they know is MAGA, MAGA. And that's good because we need them. That's cool. But, you know, you should really just kind of keep shit to yourself and then figure out what's important to you, what issues are important to you, and speak on those, you know, when you can. But, you know, there's a lot of people in this country, I think, that would be ready to take to the streets. I think that January 6th, which was stage 2, that's another thing. Let me tell you something, man. I have watched a couple of little YouTube live streams. One had this fucking from Detroit Adolf Mongo on it, and I actually posted that on my community channel. One of the most racist people that ever come out of the city of Detroit. But anyway, he had some people on, and they're going, oh, it was staged. This whole thing was staged, you know. And then they were saying things like, well, you know, if Trump wouldn't run his mouth the way he does, maybe people wouldn't shoot at him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That man is the rightful president of the United States right now. Now, he is the rightful president of this country. And he's going to be the next president of this country. And he was once a president of this country. And he went to a campaign rally and got shot at. And you're going to tell me that he deserved it? Fuck you, man. And you know what? The gloves are off now. Because I don't give a fuck who hears it, Who knows it? Dude, I'm all in on Trump. I am all in on Trump, and I don't give a fuck what he does. You know what? I hope he does become a dictator. You know what? Everything he does, I'm gonna fucking defend from here on out. Because this Democrat Party has been a communist party for longer than you leftists. That's another thing. You fucking Democrats that call yourselves Democrats or leftists or whatever the fuck you know, I don't take a side. I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, never have been. Not registered anything. You know, you're the same as these fucking MAGA guys. All you know is Trump bad, Joe Biden good. That's all you fucking know. You don't understand the issues. You don't even know which issues you're concerned about or not concerned about. All you give a fuck about is MSNBC, CNN, Trump bad, Biden good. That's all you care about. You're as bad as the people you bitch about when you're all like, oh, those fucking MAGA guys. You're just as bad. Because you don't know shit. You don't know shit because you ain't never been fucked in the ass. If I can take a quote from JFK. The movie. I watched it the other night after the attempted assassination. I purchased JFK because I gotta tell you, man, I was pretty wound up. You know, I watched. I didn't get online or anything. A lot of people, you know, went live and stuff like that. I didn't do that. I just was just watching what happened. And I probably would have never even known, except somebody was like, hey man, look at the television. I'm like, what? They're like, go check it out, seriously. And I turned it on. I'm like, oh my God. And that person, who isn't really a big political person, started saying the same type of thing, like he deserved it somehow. Trying to justify it for him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you just say that? But they don't know any better because all they do is watch mainstream media. They don't know any better. They're almost programmed. They are programmed. That's part of the reason I got out of watching the mainstream media, is because of that whole sentence. Remember, you used to see shit on television, then it would say, okay, back to your regularly scheduled programming. That's what fucking freaked me out about the television, man. I'm like, wait a minute. They're not fucking lying either. This is programming for us. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. They're programming us. I'm serious, dude. That's fucking one of the biggest reasons I stopped watching television. But then I stopped watching mainstream media because I do like the fucking, you know, comedies, whatever, like movies and shit like that. But I do not watch mainstream media at all. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Brad, the gynecologist, he went live and I watched him. Brad was angrier than I've ever seen him. I've never seen him that mad. And I get it. I totally fucking get it. Man, it's something else, but I'll tell you what. All y'all motherfuckers better wake the fuck up. And all you supposed Democrats, call yourself Democrats, better wake up and maybe take a look at the issues and then decide how you should vote, instead of just Trump bad. Most of the people that, you know, I've noticed this too, it really does come down to predator and prey, weak and strong. So when you go and you look at like people who claim to be Democrats, they're generally the weaker of the species. They are the weaker of the human species. They say things like, and they said it on that podcast, I'm scared to death to walk around. I'm scared of life. I'm scared of everything. And I'm like, you know, people that generally side with the Republican Party, they're not like that. I mean, I'm not scared of any man. I don't give a fuck. not scared to walk outside my home. I'm not scared to drive down the road. Ain't no one on this planet gonna get in the way and stop me from going where I'm going. Period. So you'll hear like the Republican side kind of say things more like that, where you know, the Democrat side are these like weaker people. You know, they a lot of times they just can't help it. Other times they could help it, but they won't stick up for themselves. You know, they'd rather sit back and let someone take care of them. Like you would think, times have changed a lot, but you would have thought like back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, you know, and mainly before that, even long before that, 10s and 20s and 30s, 50s, 60s, 70s, that you would have thought that women and men would have split Democrat, Republican, because, you know, generally the man is the stronger of the species. You would have thought you'd have seen a lot of women. So that's kind of how I think of Democrats. It's like, not like women, because we've got some kick-ass women now. You know, it ain't like it used to be. I mean, pretty much all of my life we've had some kick-ass women. But like I'm talking going back, you know, the woman she stayed at home, raised kids, did this and that and the other, and still physically the weaker of the species. So Democrats are the weaker of the human species. Where people who side with the Republican side of things are generally the stronger of the species. You know, that's why the Democrats' whole thing is, you know, you're being oppressed. We're going to take care of you. You know, because they want their, you know, they're appealing to the weaker of society. You know, you're oppressed, you're weak, you need someone to take care of you. Vote for us, we'll take care of you. Except they never do. Where, you know, the Republican side says, hey man, you know, let's say you're like bitching about your job, you don't make enough money or something. Like the Republican side's like, well, what are you good at, you know? And you're like, well, I'm good at, you know, playing drums. And they're like, man, you should open a business, you know? Do something for yourself. Go open a drum shop, whatever. You know, I'm just pulling things out of the air here. You know, what are you good at? Well, I'm good at driving trucks. Man, you should become an owner operator. Start open your own business. Buy a couple of trucks. Have a couple of guys, you know, driving trucks for you or whatever. That's kind of the Republican side of things. Where the Democrats are like, you should just stay home, stay quiet, and vote for us. I don't know if this video will even make it out, but if it does, God bless y'all. God bless the USA. Until next time, peace out.